And I want to say keep Avatar in mind.
Hi, this is Father Bruce Wilson with Coastal Bend Community Empowerment, and particularly in the helping homeless community. We're on the streets here with Tyrone and Malcolm and Roseanne. I'm going to ask everybody to introduce themselves. We'll start over here with Tyrone.
Yes, sir. My name is the Turtle, and I'm the Turtle because I move that slow. But we get the job done. I want to let you know. Call the Turtle.
But the physical therapy worked.
Yeah.
Right? So you're moving faster.
My name is Malcolm McCoy, and I'm an optimistic homeless man. I believe that God has a plan and everything gonna be okay.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's Rose again, still on the street in Corpus Christi.
This is your third video.
My third video.
Right. But this is with a group, and actually it was maybe Rose's idea that we get several people to talk about this particular topic. The topic that we're talking about is that nobody really wants to be homeless. So we may want to debate that. Maybe some people don't feel as strongly about that, or they think that maybe that's not true, or maybe it is, but we're going to chat about that. I'll just start it off by saying that there is, I hear people say, well, they just want to be out there on the streets. If they wanted to be off the streets, they'd get off the streets. If they're on the streets, it's because that's where they want to be. So people want to be homeless. And it's just like when I hear somebody say, how are you doing? And I just say, fine. I'd rather not be vulnerable and tell you everything
Right.
about my diabetes and my bladder, lack of bladder control.
Right. Yeah.
But so we're not all going to be vulnerable about ourselves, but it's not because we like the way things are. So yeah, it's not that, I don't think that people are on the streets because they want to be on the streets. I don't think that's true, but I'm going to ask my friends here to chat about that. So anyone can go first. This is not a scripted conversation.
Right.
So what comments or thoughts or what do you want to say about
Well,
this?
last night, someone asked me, why are you still homeless? And I said, because I want to be. She said, well, you're being honest about it. But I wasn't really being honest about it. It was just a flippant answer to the question that was at hand. No, nobody wants to be homeless. Everybody wants to have a decent meal and a place to lay down, feel comfortable, safe. We all do. I don't know nobody that... Queen Elizabeth had that same thing. Same thing. She needs the same thing I need. I don't need no Pampers, but we need the same thing.
Yeah.
Look, life, the pursuit of happiness is what? Food, clothing, and shelter. If you have those three, you can go on to do many things.
Yeah.
But without those three, you're lacking something.
I would add healthcare and education.
Oh, yes, you need that education. That education is what we need.
But I mean, what do you guys think? So I think Tyrone is saying, no, he doesn't really want to be homeless. But that's funny because I think, what happened to Tyrone?
I'm right here
there you are.
behind you.
Because I think you're going to be one of the last people to get off the street.
Possibly.
But you know what? If everybody is off the street, you're damn sure not going to want to stay out here by yourself.
No. And if I'm the last one, thank God. Yes, thank the Lord.
Right. So, I mean, what do you guys think?
I think the homelessness is definitely a choice that everyone makes. It's a choice that a lot of us don't want to make. We fall, into situations that make us choose to be homeless.
Right.
And the battlefield is right here. It starts in the mind.
Yeah.
So
yes.
we have to come up with a decision. We have to make a personal decision within ourselves.
An alternative plan.
To want to change, to want not to be homeless. So it's all a process, Once we find out that, that we can not be homeless, there's a way out, we start thinking differently. And the battlefield starts right here in the mind. We have to make a decision that we don't want to live like this, and that there is a way out, and that there is resources. And I think the hardest part for a lot of us is doing the footwork.
Yep.
You know, doing the necessary footwork it takes to not be homeless and be placed in a situation like this ever again. You know, this is my, like, I don't know, third time in 13 years. And I fell into different situations that landed me into homelessness. And I believe that, you know, it's all a learning process. You know, it's I have to go through it in order for my kids or one of my loved ones or anyone I may encounter in life, so that they won't have to experience, you know, the pain and heartache of being homeless. So I kind of look at it like that, you know.
What I hear you saying when you say, well, we choose to be homeless, I would like to just go explore that a little bit more. I think it goes deeper than that. Okay, yeah, there's a choice and there's not a choice. Mm-hmm. At the same time, it's like I'm the only one who can choose to get off the streets, but you know what? I can't make that choice alone. It's like when we're, even being on the streets is where we lose ourselves.
Yeah, you lose yourself.
And we are disempowered. So we make self-defeating choices, and we use self-defeating behaviors because we have been disempowered and we've just come to accept some things that we wouldn't normally accept, but we've lost ourselves. So, and that's part of the trauma, right? So then we need to be empowered to make the choices that are healthy choices, the choices. We need to be empowered to make the choice to get off the street.
Right. Sure, you're right.
Oh, that's what I hear you when I think through what I heard you just say. I'm just that's just another step I'd like to take it.
And even then, thinking about what happened to you that made you choose to come out to the street.
Yes.
What was so bad that seemed being on the street was seemingly better than what the situation you were in.
Right.
For many people out here, being on the street is way better than what they were going through, whether it be at home or, you know, at somebody else's house, whoever they were living with prior to that. What situation was at hand that made them choose to be out here in these conditions over being in a house? You know, what kind of trauma were they facing?
Right.
What affected them to make them come out this way?
And so coming out to the street seems like a place where we can get away from something, where we can be liberated, where we can be free, we can be unsheltered, unmortgaged, we can get out of the domestic violence, whatever it is. So it's like, yay, I love being out here on the street until the street becomes its own prison, right?
Until reality sets in.
Yeah. Until reality sets in.
The first week is good. Then 6 months into it, you're like, what?
What the hell am I doing?
After 6 months, you realize, oh shit, being on the street is brutal and unrelenting. I don't want to be out here anymore.
You no
this
longer
is not
say,
fun anymore.
Yeah, you stop saying what I had, what I was, what I used to be, and come to the reality that this is who I am now.
This is what
How do I
am.
go back?
But
I am what I am.
And already.
And I'm not homeless. That's not part of my description.
Oh my gosh, right?
But I am homeless.
Right?
Yes.
Remember Johnny Bailey's story about that when he said one Thanksgiving, like 2 years ago, I woke up and I looked around and I thought, I have no place to go and nothing to do. Damn, I'm homeless.
No. Not hopeless, though.
Not hopeless, but homeless. But being on the street is disempowering, and so it's a lot harder to get off the street than it was to get on the street.
Definitely. To transition, coming in as a transition, coming out, and staying out.
So it's you said humiliating.
Humiliating, degrading. It's sad, you know, but.
Maybe that's why you lose yourself, because you start to accept that. Oh well, I'm just one
of them.
I'm one of them. I mean, and I don't.
Self-pitying.
Yeah.
Start using more drugs just to cover up your pain.
The entitlement.
The beautiful thing about human nature or human beings is that we learn to adapt to certain situations, and then we learn to evolve, and then we move forward.
We overcome.
You know. And that's a beautiful thing right there, you know. And what also happens with us is we develop PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndromes. Like, one of my issues is, you know, I was suffering with crack cocaine addiction, and I was delivered from that. But now today, I have a problem with people who even play around with me about putting me down as a man or putting me down as a person, anything like that. I become very defensive, and, you know, I want to, you know, lash out, you know, and that's just a part of the post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Yeah.
You know, but I just wanted to share that, you know.
It gets in your brain.
Yeah. I'm an optimistic guy. I believe, you know, everything is fixable, you know, if it's in God's will.
Man, you said something I wanted to follow through on, and I can't think of it, what you said right now. I'll think of it again. No, I can't. Any other thoughts, any other comments?
This is the devil's workshop. Get that in mind and keep it in mind.
Yeah. We don't really want to be homeless. I wish I could remember what you said just when you first started talking, Malcolm, but
We talks about being evolved, you know, and a lot of times we come out one way.
Yeah. Okay, so, evolving. We are remarkable and mysterious at the way the evolutionary process gives us ways to adapt. We adapt, and it's the most remarkable thing that we adapt to really terrible things. And we adapt to terrible things like domestic violence, abandonment, like being out on the streets. We adapt by creating a wall between us and other people, by self-medicating, by doing other things that are not really good for us, but it's an adaptation to being able to survive. So we've learned to survive, but that puts us in survival level. So
Survival mode.
Adaptation is a miracle, but it's not always the best thing for us in the long run. So then after we've adapted in an unhealthy way, we have to learn how to readapt in a healthy way. That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, adaptation is a miracle, but then you have to unadapt to get back into healthy, normal living.
And we need to decide on what's healthy, normal.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. I thought I was.
Right?
But I'll find it out. Because I don't pay a mortgage, I'm not normal.
Well,
I don't want no white picket fence.
Right, because society's not all it's cracked up to be, right?
No.
Being socially appropriate is not all it's cracked up to be. So there's that.
So we're going to be politically correct.
Yeah, that's the ambivalence we feel about getting back into society. Really, a society that treats us the way that we've been treated, is that what we want to adapt to? We want to be like one of them? Wait a minute, I don't know if I want to be socially appropriate. I don't know if I want to join society again. Right? That's part of the problem too.
Yes, there's a lot of issues.
That's right.
There's a lot of issues.
But bottom line is, deep down, nobody really wants to be homeless. So quit saying that they do want to be homeless. We don't want to be homeless.
We don't want to be homeless.
Do you want to be unloved? Everybody wants to be loved.
Yes.
Come on now.
Everybody
You don't want to be unloved.
Everybody wants to feel significant.
Yes.
And everybody wants to feel safe.
Exactly. Again, what if it was you?
Right. Okay, any parting shots? I think we're about ready to wrap this up.
I love Dr. Bruce. I give him a promotion.
Thank you. And a pay raise.
Yes. Well, the pay raise might not be much.
Well, right now I'm doing this for free, but
Yes, we are. We all are.
we all are.
Yes,
Exactly.
we are.
Please make that.
I believe that we going to make it out this situation, and I appreciate Father Bruce for what he's done. I haven't talked to him much, but talked to him a lot today, and I really enjoy his company and everything that he's doing for people like us.
Well, thank you, Malcolm. I appreciate all of you. So this is Father Bruce Wilson and
Turtle.
Tyrone.
Malcolm.
And Rose.
All right. Thank you. God bless. God
And
bless
we'll
us
be
all.
back with you as soon as we can. All right, I like making videos.
Remember, nobody wants to be homeless.
That's right.
Nobody wants to be homeless.
And we don't want to be helpless either.
Right.
That's right.
Even
We're
if we
not.
look like it. Don't
We're
believe
not
it.
helpless.
Okay. All right. Thanks for listening to us.
We'll be back.